Dragon on 26.
Yeah, best play on the team.
I'm looking at it. Feel like one has no TP. One has no TP. They're probably not looking ready.
What we're really trying to do is we're all trying to get better at playing a video game. So we have to come up with ideas, we have to come up with strategies to get better, and then we have to test our ideas and test our strategies to get better. It's simple to understand what to do. It can be complicated getting there. It's not so serious that we're afraid to take the next step forward.
Hello, Mr. Fish. Welcome.
Hello.
Do you have any comments to make?
We were just flaming 100 Thieves. Do you want to chime in?
Comments. One question.
You stand in the middle real quick.
Blaber, the question is, what do you think about 100 Thieves lock-in performance?
It's sad that we did better than them.
It is sad that we did better than them. Are you there, Papa Smithy? So at the beginning of the year, we had expected that we would have our entire roster here, but because of visa complications, visas were delayed until we weren't so sure. Something like January 26th, but that was just for their interview, so a few more days had to have passed before they were able to get in. So that meant that throughout the month of January, the lock-in tournament had to happen before spring split. So for the entirety of lock-in, we would have had to use just 2/5 of our LCS team. So our LCS team was Darshan, Blaber, Fudge, Sven, Isles.
So like before lock-in had actually started, we expected that we would probably be like a middle of the pack team with like the roster we had. And also when we found out that we were playing against like a lot of academy teams, we thought we had a decent chance of winning against them. Well, I didn't actually think that we were that much better than those teams either. But in the games that we did play against them, our drafts were pretty good. And a lot of what we practiced in scrims, we played on stage against them. I'm not like satisfied just because like, oh, our expectation was this and we got there. I'm still pretty upset at like how I played, especially during the EG series. I don't think that it was that bad of a lock-in compared to what could have happened, I guess. Go ahead, Maxwell.
All right, guys.
Give it to us.
We practiced the whole week to play better.
Oh,
So
really?
it doesn't fucking matter if we win. It matters that we play better, because that was the point of our practice, okay?
But let's win.
Right.
But also, let's win.
But let's win.
That's all?
That's all.
That's it?
All right.
All
right.
Let's play.
Hurry then. See you down on 3. 1, 2, 3. See you.
We were trying to figure out what are the best champions that we can play in terms of scaling potential. What are the best champions that we can play against assumed picks that our opponents will play? EG drafted in a very similar way today to how they normally draft. But what we found out today was that it was difficult for us to play standard comps against them because we weren't playing as well in like the early to mid game to get to a point where our standard comp that might have even outscaled them would get advantages over them.
It was fun when Max being head coach because obviously I already know he has like a lot of ideas. And it's very fun seeing him in like a different role where he sort of has to lead or direct what we do more so. And I don't think he had that role last year. So it was pretty fun for me just seeing how he did it. I think there was a lot of funny moments, some mistakes, some fun parts. But it was mainly like, I think it was a fun experience, I would say. Although obviously we got 3-0 by EG, completely stomped, I'm still pretty happy with how much I've learned, and I guess my perspective that's changed a lot now that I've played a different role. And I think that going into spring, I'm pretty like happy with the direction I'm going in. I look forward to talking to Summit Berserker Vincent probably the most, just because it's definitely going to be very interesting how I'm going to be able to communicate with them. Obviously, their English is like improving, but it's not that good right now, and my Korean is obviously really bad. So I think it's going to be, I'm going to have to find different ways to communicate with them. Definitely going to be a very, very different experience from playing on a team before, like from any team I've played on, because every team I played on all speaks English. And I think it's also going to be fun seeing LS coach them as well, and me and Blaber and everyone, right? It's going to be fun seeing him try to communicate all the ideas that he has to everyone else. And I think it's going to be very chaotic. I'm excited to see what they think about how we're going to try to play. I think we're going to be playing very different from like what they used to, or like we're going to be attempting to play very differently from what they used to. So I think it's going to be interesting to see like what they think about how we're playing. If they think it's bad, or like what ideas they have, I guess. It'll be definitely a very different perspective I think they will have from me.
Oh no, speaking to the chest.
Yeah. Speaking to the chest.
Yeah, speak to the chest. So I think Fudge has learned a lot about playing the game from the mid position. It's a very different game than I think he ever thought it was going to be. But I think we're going to have a great split. Great year.
A fantastic year, yes.
A fantastic year. It's going to be a roller coaster. Tune in. Cloud9 YouTube channel. youtube.com/Cloud9.